Spring is in the air, and that means it's time for the annual Monterey Park Cherry Blossom Festival. Don't miss this year's celebration of Japanese culture with 2 days of fun for all ages. Enjoy a weekend filled with free, family-oriented entertainment and cultural exhibits such as traditional Japanese dancing, booming taiko drums, exciting martial arts, handmade crafts, free music performances, and delicious food. The Monterey Park Cherry Blossom Festival, Saturday and Sunday, April 18th and 19th at Barnes Park in Monterey Park.
You mentioned before about getting the dogs and cats or any pet vaccinated. We hear a lot about spaying and neutering pets. What are the benefits of doing that for your pet?
Well, there's a couple benefits. Spaying your dog it's great because it from what I understand and what's been explained to me and taught to me is there's a good chance it's going to increase the lifespan of your animal. Okay, if you have a male dog, they may not have the desire to stray, to search for that mate, and a female isn't going to go into heat and draw the male out. If you spay your dog at an early age, there's a good chance that it's not going to become extremely attached to one family member and become protective towards them.
Okay.
It's a great way to make sure that you're if you have your animal spayed, there's a good chance that it's going to be a little bit easier to train. Okay, because it's going to take some of that drive. It does reduce some of the testosterone levels in the male breed, and from some of the things that I've read, it really doesn't take away from the drive of the animal. It doesn't turn it into a different animal. It's still going to be a great pet. It's just going to, one of the things it'll also do is reduce the price of a dog license. Most agencies and most cities will give you a discounted rate for a dog license. I know in Monterey Park, our standard dog license is $40. If your dog's spayed or neutered, it brings it down to $20. So
that's per year.
Yeah, that's per year.
So that's half.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of good reasons to have your dog spayed.
Good deal. Now, is it mandatory here in Monterey Park that you spay or neuter your pet?
Spaying and neutering is not mandatory.
Okay.
It's voluntary, and it's highly suggested, though. You should get it done.
And you give them a half, 50%
right. You get
break on the license.
You get a great discount on the license.
Right away. Is it mandatory? You mentioned licensing. Is it mandatory that we license our pets in Monterey Park?
It is. It is. We have a city municipal code that requires that your dog's licensed at 4 months. So once your animal reaches 4 months of age, you have to have it licensed. So yes, it is mandatory.
What about other pets? Is that just for dogs?
It's only for dogs. We don't license cats.
Okay.
You can license your cat in Monterey Park though, if you'd like to. It's the same dog. It's the same as a dog license. And it's just a good way to, identify your pet.
Right.
It's just kind of it's an ID tag. You can also have your dog or cat microchipped, and that's another way that, that's one of the things that we offer.
Okay.
Or not we personally. We don't do it here at the station, but it's offered by our sister agency.
I know what you're talking about because I have my dog microchipped. If they want information on that, can we have them call your bureau and get that information?
Yeah.
What's the phone number up in your bureau?
Our phone number is 626-307-1217.
Okay, and they can call and ask either for you or
they can call and ask for me or Supervisor Villalpando. And if we're not available, leave us a brief message with a number where you can be reached, preferably a cell phone. A lot of times we get numbers that
people aren't there.
People aren't home, and it makes it really difficult to answer questions like that.
Okay. And they can call and they can get information on the microchipping that you're talking about.
Yeah,
and the vet should have that information as well.
Right.
Okay. Now, is there somewhere where citizens in the city here can get discounts on spaying and neutering?
We do offer a free spaying, or I'm sorry, a discounted rate for neutering cats, spaying and neutering cats. You have to be a citizen of Monterey Park. You have to live in our city, and we'll give you a coupon at the front counter of our police department here. We'll fill it out for you, and you could take that to the Humane Society in the city of San Gabriel, and we'll pay for a portion of the spaying and neutering. The San Gabriel Valley Humane Society is the agency that houses our animals.
Right.
Since we're run out of the police department, we don't have an animal shelter, and we don't have the means to care for them. So when we take in animals, they go to the San Gabriel Valley Humane Society. The San Gabriel Valley Humane Society does all of our spaying and neutering, and they do it at a discounted rate. If you were to go to an animal shelter versus a private veterinarian, you're gonna see the difference in price.
Right. Now, that's just for cats, though, right? There's no coupon
discount,
for dogs?
right. The coupon is just for cats.
Okay.
But the spaying and neutering is also a discounted, it's a lower cost to have it done at an animal shelter rather than...
I just have a couple questions. One of them that's not on the questions that we were talking about. You had mentioned the San Gabriel Valley Humane Society. If you picked up a dog, for instance, on Friday and you weren't here over the weekend, and I came home on Saturday and I was looking for my dog, I wouldn't, and I called the number you just gave and no one's there. If I called the Humane Society, would they have, if they had my dog, they would be able to tell me that?
Right. They would definitely be able to tell you that. When we're not available, we're covered by the San Gabriel Valley Humane Society.
Okay.
So if I'm not here to pick up a stray animal that may be loose, the Humane Society will come out, they'll take it back to their shelter, and they'll be able to answer any questions that you have over the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
And if the dog's chipped, or the cat's chipped, either one, if they have to pick it up,
or it has
they'll
an
be able to
ID,
get a hold of you right away.
If it's chipped, has an ID, or
like a city license
on it, they'll definitely run it, and they'll contact the owner.
Okay.
If they can't get a hold of them on the phone, they'll send them a letter. And hopefully we can get the animal back. That's the ultimate goal, is to make sure that we get as many animals back to their owners as possible.
Right. Okay. And then one more question, because this has come up in my bureau down in Community Relations quite a bit, and I want to make sure I have the right answer. How many cats or dogs are allowed in one household here in the city?
In the city of Monterey Park, every city varies. Our city municipal code states that you can only own 2 dogs in the city of Monterey Park per household.
Okay.
Okay. And you can own 4 cats. Okay.
Can you own a combination of both? Can you have 4 cats and 2 dogs?
You can have 4 cats and 2 dogs.
Okay.
But if you're exceeding that limit, then you're in violation, and we're going to definitely try to make contact with you and have you place one of the animals with another, family. See if you can cooperate. You can't have more than that. We are in a small city.
Right. We
don't have very large yards. And depending on the size of the dog, it really doesn't make a difference. It's just we have to get everybody to comply, stay within suit.
Right.
If we allow, one person to have 4 small Chihuahuas and one person to have, only 2 large Labradors, it just wouldn't be fair.
Right.
So.
That's understandable. Well, thank you very much for coming in today. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day.
No problem.
And answering some of the questions that we have.
I hope I answered them.
You did. Well, hopefully that helps. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to call the Animal Control Bureau here at area code 626-307-1217. There you go. Thank you very much. That'll wrap up this edition of Monterey Park in the Community, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
Spring is in the air, and that means it's time for the annual Monterey Park Cherry Blossom Festival. Don't miss this year's celebration of Japanese culture with 2 days of fun for all ages. Enjoy a weekend filled with free, family-oriented entertainment and cultural exhibits such as traditional Japanese dancing, booming taiko drums, exciting martial arts, handmade crafts, free music performances, and delicious food. The Monterey Park Cherry Blossom Festival, Saturday and Sunday, April 18th and 19th at Barnes Park in Monterey Park.
I'm Officer Reynolds from Monterey Park Police Department. Last year in California, over 700 pedestrians were killed and another 15,000 seriously injured, some in your own community. Pedestrians can be found anywhere, in crosswalks, at intersections, and in residential areas. Watch out for them.